Bodkonian here. Today we're going to learn the simple things that a lot of us level 85s take for granted, and that's what it was like to be when I first logged on to the game. What was it like? Sometimes some players can play for a year or 2 years and have no idea about certain specific things that we know. And we're going to cover those things in this video. You ever look at your friend's gear and they had these statistics or stats on their gear, and they tell you, yeah man, you just forge your gear into this stuff. What is forging? We're going to cover that. What do you think? Forging. Alright, we're going to head to the forger to forge some pieces of gear. Probably going to forge my chest piece. Yeah, let's put some hit on my chest piece. Take haste out, hit in. Go to the guy, click on him obviously, hit letter C on your keyboard so your character gear can show up. And let's pick my chest piece. Drag it over that little square. I'm going to restore it because I already had stat on it. I can only select one, which is critical strike rating, and forge hit into it. It's going to cost some gold. Bam! There you go. There's how you put your stats in on your gear. Another question I have, or another question that's asked is, sometimes a player will say, hey man, link your weapon in the chat. Link your weapon. Link my weapon. How do I link a weapon in chat? I know how to equip it, but how do I link it? We're going to cover that. Alright, on your keyboard, hit the letter C. So we're going to pick the first weapon. What I do is I hit enter in the chat window. Kaboom. And then I take my mouse over the piece of gear, hit the letter or hit the shift key on your keyboard and click on the weapon. Look at that. Handle more chalk shows up in the chat window. Type whatever you want to type in there. I'll ask the question, so what's your main and off spec? Sometimes some people don't know what those are. The other most frequent question that's out there in the game from other players is, what is talent points? What are talent points? What are glyphs? I don't know what a glyph is. How do I find my glyphs? Talent points. Hit the letter N on your keyboard and you'll see my talent points for Frost. If you look there to the right, you'll see a little blue icon, a little red icon. The one that's highlighted with the yellow around it, you can barely see it. See? That's your main spec. And below that, that's your off spec. Hey, let's change our spec. Click on the red one and click on activate. And he's going to go formation. Your action bar is automatically going to turn over. And I make sure I get my gear on me first. I equip it. And then I go into blood mode. Allow blood at night. Alright, let's go back to Frost. Hit letter N on the keyboard. Click on the blue icon. Click on activate. Action bar changes over. Change your gear. And if you're in Frost, as your spec, go on hoodie. I went hoodie. Glyphs. We're going to be in the bottom tab on the bottom left down there where you see talents and glyphs. You'll click on that. The very outside ones is the prime, and the majors are on the outside as well, but they're the smaller circles. And the minors are deep inside the center. And to get rid of those, you need to have what's called the dust of disappearance that you see down there. I have 0. That's alright, you know, because I'm not going to really change them out. There's maybe 2 glyphs in there that I'm going to change, but for the most part, that's what I'm going to keep. Let's see, the Frost, the Blood, and the Unholy Presence, those are not specs, but those are presents to enhance your particular spec that you're in. Just because you see a Death Knight do this, does not mean that's their main spec and off spec. It's in the talent points. What is a raid? Is a raid that we're going to invade someone's house and arrest people? Some people actually define raid as for what it is.
Myself, Zach.
You ever go into a raid and gear drops and the raid leader tells you, okay, players, for this particular piece of item that drops, I need everybody to roll on it. How do you do that? It happened to me when I went into the Sunwell. There was a piece of item that I didn't really need because I was level 85 and the gear there is not needed, but transformation was the talk about at the time in patch 4.2 that they're going to implement in patch 4.3, and I wanted the piece but I didn't know how to do a roll, and everyone told me that I bought my account on eBay, just knocking me because I had no idea how to do that. No one ever told me. We're going to prevent that for you. In the chat window, you want to type in /row and numbers are going to show up. They'll be at random. The highest number wins. Okay, everyone's talking about this DBM or Deadly Boss mods, recount. How much DPS I'm doing? I'm doing 84 million DPS. No, you're not. You're just reading the recount wrong because no one didn't really show you how to read it. And we're going to show you how to put add-ons into your game, because if you want to come to a raid, most raids or most guilds want you to have Deadly Boss mods. It helps you in a raid. Go to curse.com. Click on the World of Warcraft, obviously. That's what we're going to be playing. Sometimes your add-ons you need is at the top. Recount, right there on top. Cool. Click on that. Take it to its main page. On your right-hand side of the screen, it says download now. Click on that. You don't need to join the website. This is actually how you would just download it. Just don't worry about nothing else. If I didn't show it to you, just don't worry about it. Go back into World of Warcraft. I'm going to show you where it says search for WoW add-ons. Type in Deadly Boss mods. You just type in a lot of stuff. And I always select the one at the very top because it's the most updated. And the whole list of all that's going to show up pretty soon. And the one with the most total downloads is the one you want because that's what the raiders are getting. And it's usually everything in there. The Deadly Boss mods. We're going to click on that. And then you'll click on download now. Now I'm going to open up the recount folder. I had it saved to my desktop. So I'm going to shrink it down. And then I'm going to go into computer. Then I'm going to scroll down to users, public, games, World of Warcraft, and interface. And drag the recount folder into the add-ons or any other add-ons you may have down there, and close out your folders. Make sure you're not in the game when you do this. I'll show you where you can find to activate your add-ons. going to be at the bottom left-hand corner after you log on. When you see your tune, you'll see the word add-ons. Click on that. The whole list of add-ons will show up. We picked recount, so they're going to be in alphabetical order. So we're going to make sure there's a check mark there. Top right up there says load out of date add-ons. Make sure that's check marked. It's kind of like cheating in a way. It's kind of like, well, I need someone to tell me I'm standing in fire. That's another add-on. But I just need someone to tell me that there's a trap near me. I don't need the add-on to tell me I got a trap near me. I just look on the ground and it tells me. And you can see there's a little trap. Especially if you fight against Shannix. Who's Shannix? That Shannix.
He has wary. He stepped right on the fire trap halfway there.
Let's not go on Shannix, right? 150 wipes. Another thing too is, say you're in trade chat, that's when you can talk to people in the game. And you don't know where the flight path is. So you ask in trade chat, where's the flight path? Everyone tells you to look on the map or ask a guard. We're gonna go ask a guard how to find a lot of the locations in Stormwind. Let's go to the guard. Well, look at all the stuff. What do you need directions to? Let's see. I want directions to the Flight Master. Then you hit the letter M on your keyboard and it shows up the map. See that little red flag on there? Or that blue horseshoe thing, whatever? Yeah, that's where it's supposed to be at. Hit M again to get that out of there. Let's go to the Guildmaster and Vendor. Where's that at? Now you see the red flag by the trade district. And you can do other places you could find. Profession trainers, a whole list of them. And it will show you on the map the little red flag where to go to take them to.
Bless you.
When you make your pick, you can, the map will show you the red thing, but when you fly to it, the red flag will disappear. Let's see that happen. Let's go do portals. I got to fly to the portals. Let's go to the portals for the Matrix. See that red underneath the word Stormwind? We're gonna go fly over there. Let's mount up. Hi, old Silver. Away! Alright, we're gonna go land and look at the map. Oh no, you stole my red flag. Look at what I'm showing you. Take notes, and then you play the game. You may end up being the best gamer in the history of the game of the World of Warcraft. You may end up getting sponsored by Razer. All because someone sat down and gave you a 1, 2, 3. And that 1, 2, 3 makes you #1 on the server. Well, I hope the information helped you out. Just enjoy the game. Have fun. It's your $15. And do what you want to do in the game. Don't let people hold you back. Don't let past guilds put you down. Instead, use that to propel you to the next level. The simplest things in the game will make your DPS higher and much better than where it's at right now, because you don't have a lot of stuff in your mind to think about or to worry about.